Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special session. There's no chat for this one because this is a kind of a catch up uh, session for free readings for all the free readings that I was not able to get to this morning. I had a lot of donations. Again, always appreciative of donations. That's what allows me to offer all the free content and do the things I do. So, big thank you. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump in and complete as many free readings. I won't be back until Friday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time for free readings. If you want to join me in my Q&A on Thursday nights from 6 to 8, that is for my Praying Mantis members, as well as special sessions after each of those. All that information is in the description box of the video. So we're going to jump in. What I'm going to do, I have two tarot decks, which I've pre-shuffled. And so I'm going to take a card from each of the two decks. Oh, it looks like a number 10 with a 1 and a 0. That's interesting. But that's what I'm going to do for the readings. I'm going to start off with a donation first. So I will pull cards for you. And that's for Sudeshni. So thank you, Sudeshni, for your donation. You donated right at the end. So thank you for your patience in me getting to your reading. And then I'll start into the free readings. The first person up will be Rishi. You'll be number 1 for the free readings. So, Sudeshni, you wanted a general reading. And what I want to do, I'm going to pull an oracle card for you since I've already pre-shuffled these other cards for the free readings, because I feel like there's a special message there for you. So let's take a look here. And the oracle card is the Whispers of the Lord Ganesha. So let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit want you to know right now? Nope, none of those. Okay. Right. Right, you actually get 2. So they came flying out of the deck here. So they definitely are for you. So the first card is card number 28, which is Perseverance. Beautiful, beautiful card. So it says you're likely to see financial or other tangible rewards for all your hard work. Woo, we like that. Ganesha's tusk represents hard work and completing the task at hand. There's a legend included in some manuscripts of I'm probably going to murder that, I apologize, the Mahabharata, about Ganesha breaking his own tusk off to continue writing this epic as Vyasa was dictating it to him. I probably total murdered those names. My apologies. Ganesha's tusk is interpreted as a symbol of sacrifice and strength and demonstrates that it is important to finish what you start. If you've been working hard or putting extra effort into something, it will definitely be worth all the work. You will see the results and rewards for your labor. You may even have been working on something quite challenging and important for the last few months, and this is likely to come to a conclusion soon. Ganesha is guiding you to not lose faith while you wait for things to come to fruition. Be patient and appreciate the progress you've made so far. If your hard work has not yet paid off as planned, consider that your expectations may need modifying. There are no guarantees. Be grateful, focus on the present, and do what you can with what you have. There will be an ending to a difficult period of financial or material struggle. I like it. That's a great card to get, right? And then your other card is Revelation, card number 15. Another beautiful card. I love these cards. And number 15, just went flying by it. Come on, there it goes. Wow, so I love this because this says, get ready for key changes in your external and internal worlds. You've come to the end of a cycle, and it's time for you to create something new. And through this card, Ganesha is indicating that it is time to break down some of the structures that you've created in your world. This has the potential to feel painful and challenging if you resist the process. This revelation coming to you may relate to your ego and your illusion of separateness from others. You will develop a new perspective on things, and your revelation will help you grow stronger, wiser, and more composed. You might encounter some challenges along the way, but these are necessary for your spiritual growth and enlightenment. Honesty will bring about a positive change, and even if you experience some pain and anxiety through the process. When you begin to reach for your goal, you will come to realize that your true security and strength lie within yourself and your relationship with the universe, and not in some false belief system or artificially created world. Be willing to reveal your truth to those around you. I like it. Great messages there. Abundance and revelations galore. So that's the they have for you right now, Sudeshini. So many blessings to you, and thank you again for your donation. All right. So let me get up the other one. Let me just move some stuff around here so I can see it better. All right. So we are up first. Rishi Lohori, if I say that correctly. Hello, hello. You like a general reading. So we're going to have a card from these are the Dream, the Dream Raven Tarot and then the Round Tarot. So you get one for each here. See, it looks like a number 10, or maybe on your screen 10, maybe on this way 10. Either way, it's all these are about endings and beginnings. Oh, that makes so much sense. We've got for everyone, we're in the middle of eclipse season, right? Next Saturday, we have the solar eclipse. No, yeah, solar eclipse and the new moon in Libra. And then 2 weeks after that, on that next Saturday, 2 Saturdays from that, we have the lunar eclipse and the full moon in Taurus, I believe. I think it's Taurus. So we've got endings and beginnings. So we've got this, and you've actually got it even in this Wands card. With endings and beginnings, you're realizing here with the Six of Pentacles, all this energy that you've been putting in, you're it's coming to an end of having so many different things that you're focusing on. You're getting into singular focus, which brings in this balancing energy of Libra, even. We're talking about all this energy. The Six of Pentacles shows that you're going to feel full, you're going to feel balanced, you're going to feel this outside world getting some benefit and some abundance coming in, where you feel so blessed and abundant that you're filling up and it's overflowing out to others as well. So I love all this. Wherever you've been investing your energy, whatever's been, you know, taking up a lot of activity, the urgent stuff isn't necessarily important. And so Spirit is saying, you got 10 things you're focusing on, and it's like you get it down to, let's get it down to two. Two, one would be great, but let's get it down to two, maybe three, but two, let's have two be the goal. And you're clearing away all this urgent and all the stuff that's taking your energy, and you're able to retain that energy for yourself. And then you super focus on two things instead of 10. So each of those things goes ahead 5 spaces instead of 10 things going ahead 1 space. So you see how the fruition and this abundance comes in, because you are rerouting your energy and where you're investing it all. So I like that for you. And that's what they would like you to know for your reading is where you focus on all your energy. Just manage it and be aware of what seems urgent may not always be important. And there are things that you can just let go. You don't have to try to do everything because it's impossible to do that much. It's just you don't have any progress when we're trying to do too many things in two different directions. So I like it. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then Dijona, you are up next. And you want to know, what does your boss think of you? All right. Well, we've got a lot of emotion here. And you have the Knight of Cups, and they're excuse me, they're The emotions that they have of you are in transformation with this knight, because it's a movement of emotion, and it's like the Nine of Cups is like this emotional dream come true. And so there is this kind of transformation. Not that they think low of you right now or anything. It just feels like they're like, wow, they're so much more than we could have imagined. That's the kind of energy, because it's like, wow, they're like a dream come true. They didn't realize how good they have it. And I feel like that you're really starting to shine, and you're really starting to um, show your skills, and you're offering more than you've ever offered before. It feels like it's just like you're stepping forward. And because of that, there's this movement of emotion coming in here. It's very pleasing energies here. And yeah, it feels like there is this significant changing of things, and I like it. So whatever you were, if you were holding yourself back, I don't feel like that. Maybe, and maybe is this a new job? Because it feels like you're getting through training, you're getting to the job, you're getting your skills down, and then you're bringing in all this other stuff. Now that you understand, like, the position, the product, whatever you're doing, now you're like, bam, and they're just like, "Whoa, what happened?" And it's just like they're showing me in my mind. There's this meme that's going on. I think it maybe it was on YouTube. There was this person who they're all running, and all of a sudden she just it's like she turned on something, because it just started going "Brrr," and she just didn't stop, and she blew everyone else away. And that's what I feel like is coming in here, is this um, surprise of going, wow, they are booking it, and they're not slowing down. And so I feel like this is very positive for you. All right, Dijona, that's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then Aditi, you wanted a general reading. Yeah, wow. You definitely have here, you've got the Hierophant, and you have the Devil card, which is represents like your shadow self that's uh, shaking and rattling your world. It's Saturn, Capricorn energy. And you have the Hierophant, which is also, both of these are about looking at your capital T truths of who you really are. The shadow helps you look at all of these mindsets that you've had all of your life, that have created this, the world around you, this cage of supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be, all that stuff that has been poured into our head, that we've been reinforced and took on as our own opinion for so long. But there comes a time in our life where that cage gets rattled, so that we can see the cage we built around us, so we can step out of it and not feel this restrictiveness anymore. And the Hierophant is like inviting you to see this higher point of view, and see what, all this small t truths of what created the personality that you think you are. You're seeing the powerfulness of who you really are, and who you truly want to be, what you truly want to do, not what you've been taught you're supposed to. So, a big revelation period time here for you. Very much a time of truth that's happening, and not small t truths related to fears of losing conditional love or fears of rejection, but truths that are rooted in unconditional love that sets you free from all this restrictiveness. Whatever's going on in your life that feels restrictive, this is a freedom that comes in and that sets you free from it. So I like that for you, DT. It's very freeing, obviously, but very enlightening. You just are really getting into this nitty gritty of understanding why it is you believe what you do, and what's held you back, what's been feeling limiting, what's been feeling constricting, restricting, blinding, and bounding, and trapped. And there's this freedom that comes through all this. So I like it for you. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then we have angel blessings that's up next. So angel blessings, you want to know the Pisces thoughts and about you in actions. So these will be their thoughts, and these will be their actions. So their thoughts are here: the death and the rebirth, the ending and the new beginning. And we've got their actions are this new beginning that comes in here. Now, this can go either, one of two ways, right? This either means that this is the leaving of things and they're starting a new opportunity, and as well as you starting new opportunities, or it's an upgrade. It's ending of the way things were going in a new direction that they're taking, the interactions with you here, because it is this whole, um, definitely, and I was talking about it earlier, this eclipse energy of rebirth, of endings and beginnings, uh, is definitely present here. And I don't know, I feel like, have we had readings on them before about that there's something more for you down the road? It feels like that in the back of my head, which it feels like they're dropping a memory in there or tapping a memory. But I just feel like whatever comes through here, it is a new beginning for you. In one way or another, you're gonna be fine. Because if it is a separation, if they are moving away from you, what comes in is always better, because we don't get moved from, like, first class back to coach, back into the back of the plane. It's always an upgrade. You're always upgraded from, like, coach to first class into the super first class or whatever. So whatever is unfolding here, there is definitely an ending and beginning that's coming in, but you're going to be happy about it in either case, because if it is them wanting to take things to a new level, then yay, right? But if it's also that they're stepping out and opening the space for you for a new experience, it's going to be an even more amazing experience than it was with them. So this is what is happening here. They definitely, things can't stay the way they are there. They have to go up or out, is what I feel with this energy that are coming in here. So they're not showing me which one, but I feel like you will know, because you know if it's which direction it's heading, and that's confirmation for you. All right, angel blessings. Either way, hang in there. Much love to you. And daytime, you are up next. You want to know who have their eyes on me? Ooh. All right, let's take a look here and see who is looking at you here. Well, you do have the Page of Swords and you have the Six of Pentacles. This is someone, possibly a Libra, but this Page of Swords is telling me that it's someone who you've had communication with before, because the page is like the number 11. So it's not the Ace of Swords, which is like brand new communication. And for some reason, this was reminding me of the Six of Cups. So it does feel like someone from your past is coming in here, and it's someone. And I feel like there was an out of balanced approach, because the Six of Pentacles is like kind of a codependency awareness card, where overgiving, you have to overgive to receive very little. And I feel like that's why in the past, things kind of went, because in those types of situations, we give and we give and we give, right? And we give until we're exhausted, and then we continue to give till we're resentful. That's the enabler in the codependency relationship. That's you, right? Then the other person is the one we wouldn't allow to give to us. And so they ended up giving outside of the relationship, either workaholic, working out at the gym, new hobby, focusing on their friends, or even external hanky panky, going on. And so whatever this was, this out of balancedness, this codependent relationship you had, they're the ones that have their eyes on you. Now, that does not mean you have to look back, but it's just like there's this awareness going, you might have this communication coming in, just kind of a forewarning to prepare yourself that you don't want to go back in. I don't feel like they've changed. And if they say they have, then when you have changed, you're have looked at this codependency a bit. And so you can still look at that. We've got if you check out my Take 10 with Zen playlist, it's a series I have. Episodes 4 and 5 talk about our energy, and this Six of Pentacles card. And so when you look at that, you can see what it is you want to let go of and to release so you don't have that tendency, because they're going to say, I'm changed, I've changed, I'm a changed person, and will you take me back, or you think about dating again? So if they come back around and you're like, oh no, I'm getting sucked into it, just maybe think in your mind, don't believe what they say, have them show you over time, and that solves everything, because you're like, "Okay, you're saying you've changed, but show me you've changed. You can take me out, but we're not going back just automatically all the way back to where we were. We wanna take it step by step back that way if you're interested in that, because you'll work on yourself, but you're also gonna see, "Oh, you haven't changed." You're doing the same things. I see you doing the same things even though this is saying something different. So, that's awareness for you there, daytime. So, that's what they want you to be aware of right now. I know. We were wanting, like, "Who's your next love?" But, well, we asked, "Who has their eye on you?" And they do. Alright. So that is what they have. Many blessings, daytime, and soul searching vibe. You're up next. So hello, hello. So who's coming towards you with a love offer? Let's take a look here. All right. Well, you got the Six of Cups here. And the Six of Cups, I was just talking about the Six of Cups, is the nostalgia. It is someone coming back from your past. And we've got this Nine of Pentacles, which this Nine of Pentacles is someone who's very independent, both financially, but kind of this, I don't want to say huge introvert, but very independent. And they're coming towards you, which is, I don't want to say is like it's a compliment that, this introverted, independent person is like, they're very happy alone. But the Six of Cups has this, also this beyond connection of past life connections. And so there's this draw that's between the two of you that feels otherworldly, because it's not of this world, it's of past lives, of past worlds, that you've been together. And this is who is coming forward. It's someone very, like I said, very independent. But there's this draw with that Six of Cups that draws them out of this sense of, I want to be independent, to that they want this connection. They want this, um, to act upon this because it's drawing them out. They're like, I have this draw to you, and I can't deny it. And you feel the same. And this is the person who's coming towards you with love here, with a love offer. If you don't know him yet, you will know him, because it's not going to be like a, I wonder if it's them. It's going to be like bam, because it's like magnets being drawn to one another, and you can't, it can't be denied. It's just like, I'm so drawn to you, and they're like, and I'm so drawn to you. What's up? What is this? It's not the, hey, I like you, wah wah wah. It's the, who are you? Why am I like so drawn to you? That type of energy. So I like that soul searching vibe. That's what they have for you here. So many blessings to you. And Lynx Lee, you are up next. So you want to know, um, is Leo the one for you? We've got the Hanged Man here, which is about transformation and patience and changing, seeing things from a higher perspective. And you've got the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is about choice, right? And with this Hanged Man energy and with this Two of Wands, there's this underlying energy of, you have a choice between two people. And so they're not the one for you. Um, and it's not like you have two soul partners that you'll be with the rest of your life type of thing. This Leo and someone else are stepping stones. I know that sounds bad, but we have these soulmates, they're designed to be in our lives on purpose for a purpose. And you've got two of them, and they both are stepping stones to get you to your soul partner who you'll end up with for the rest of this life. But each of these individuals, you could choose either one. It's like you're friends with either one. You can take it closer with one, but you're eventually it's going to end in that extent because you're going to move on eventually to this soul partner. This is the transformation. It's part of your transformation. It's part of helping you along your path. And they knew it before they came down here. So it's not like, oh, we're just using them. It's no, it's designed for the story, for the experience, for what you glean from each other through it. But they're not the one. They're a small one of two, but the capital O1 comes later. So that's what's coming in for you there, Linksley. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Smooth Life, you are up next. You'd like a message from your higher self about your love life. All right. Let's see what we got here. Well, here's your higher self and then your higher self. So you've got here's your higher self inviting your human self higher. And here's your higher self with the strength card inviting your human self higher. This relationship with your higher self. So their message for your love life, Smooth Life, is it's important to connect and to spend time with your higher self, increasing and growing the self love that you get. Because when we connect with our higher self, who connects us to the entire spiritual other side, we get to experience the unconditional eternal love of that. And we get to be filled up like a chalice. We fill up and then it overflows. That's what allows us to give and receive love to a greater capacity to the human in the outside world that you're going to end up with. So, right now, the message is focus on inward and upward love, then the outside love will come naturally. Otherwise, we'll still be vibrating at a lower vibrational energy, attracting lower vibrational experiences that are not fulfilling, and we're not getting that higher vibrational relationship that we're looking for. So it all starts within, with connecting and taking the time to let go of these mindsets that are limiting, that no longer serve you, and the feelings and emotions and relationships of the past that no longer serve you, so that you can raise your love vibration and draw in that love that you're looking for. So your higher self's message for your love life right now is to seek the higher self love for your life. So that's what they have coming in, Smooth Life. So many blessings to you. Right. And then up next, we've got Goldie. Anything that you need to know. Well, you do have this transformation coming in here. You've got the Five of Wands, which is the five is a number of change, of energy that feels conflicting and fiery and transforms into love, more loving, more kind energy. And you have the World card, which is the ending of old cycles, the beginning of new cycles, this feeling of victory that comes in. So there is this focus with these two cards about endings. What has happened here, or not really just endings, but this endings of the ways you would look at things that would cause this reaction of fear and fire, the fight or flight hissing cat that comes out of us when we get ignited into fear. And there is this understanding that's coming through all this, and it's like I'm tired of repeating the same cycle over and over. Someone says something, I get upset, I have to ask them to forgive me and eat crow, stick my foot in my mouth. Okay, let's do it again. It's like I'm tired of this. I don't want to feel this way anymore. And it's great. There is this uh changing of cycles, this transformation of the way you approach things and look at things, and you're realizing this fiery energy is changing from feeling like people are doing things to you to realizing that everyone's actions are a mirror for you to see what you want to see about yourself. This is where the cycle changes, is realizing, and it even looks like a mirror. And it's like standing in front of one of those mirrors going, okay, who am I? And why am I looking at you this way? And why am I looking at myself this way? Right. Sorry, I got a little, I think my mustache is getting a little longer. I'm getting all itchy. It's like it's tickling my nose. So I don't know. Do you have a mustache? No, I'm just kidding, Goldie. uh, or does this person have a mustache? These people that are bringing these these the mirror for you. You know, is it the glasses and the nose and the fake mustache? Is it that thing? It's like laugh a lot more. Maybe that's a piece of it all. But realizing, you know, what is good to be let go of these cycles that are to be let go of. That is what they want you to know and to be aware of. So that is your message, Goldie. Many blessings to you. I'm just going to take a sip here. All right. And Anusri, you are up next. And so, what does Spirit want you to know about your future spouse? All right. Well, the two things you got here. One, they have the Seven of Wands, which is someone that really stands up for themselves. And it's like the sun. The sun does not ask permission to shine. It shines. Everyone else can deal with it. And that they've got that confidence. They've got this way of looking at their lives, and they don't back down. They are themselves. In fact, you might even see them because usually it's, you know, that's showing someone on a hill and people are like, why do you get to shine like that? And they get a little upset with it, right? But there's this clarity that comes in with all of that, that they understand that it's the people that feel low about themselves is why they attack, you know, and so they don't feel like they have to defend themselves. They are unapologetically themselves, and they just shine. But you might actually meet them, or have met them, and they stand apart. Though they stand up even on a stage, or it's like a bartender who, not that they're a bartender, but you know how a bartender is separated from everyone else. That's what it is. They're set apart either on stage, in the actual spotlight, or in a place where they stand out. And you either meet them, like if they're standing up in a wedding or singing in front of people, karaoke, whatever it may be. This shows that they are very solid and confident and they stand forward and are themselves. We also have the Ace of Swords here, which represents higher education, seeing things from a higher perspective. So they might actually be a teacher. Well, that would make sense too if they are standing in front of people teaching, that would also have them standing out. So that pretty much could be a professor, a teacher, but they definitely have higher education, higher knowledge, and they pursue what they want. And I like this again, this strong confidence in being who they are and wanting to apply this knowledge the way they uniquely want to do it. But that's what I feel, very, I don't wanna say like they're super intellectual, where they're no, like they don't have the ability to share their emotions. They're intelligent, but with that Seven of Wands, I feel like they've learned to also stand out in a positive way, you know, because the swords are also communicators, and so they know how to communicate, and so I like that. So that's a couple little tidbits there for your future spouse, Anusri. So many blessings to you. And then we have Vidi Jalan. Hello, hello. You are up next. And what is your soul urging you to do? Balance. We've got the judgment card here, which is kind of the judgment scales in a way. But the Two of Pentacles is balancing things in your outside world. And the judgment card is normally XX card 20, 2 plus 0 is 2. So you have the twos here, and this is balancing the higher realm with the lower realm. So your soul is urging you to both create the roots here and also reach to the heavens. So if you picture like a tree of life or a tree, if it's all root, which means it's only focused on the physical world, then it doesn't grow a stem or a tree trunk. excuse me, and it doesn't get fruit because it doesn't go that far, right? It's just roots. But if a tree is very little roots and all branches reaching toward the heavens, trying to get fruit, then a windstorm comes and it falls over because it doesn't have the roots to hold up. So it's a combination of roots and leaves that make it a strong foundation. And I feel like that is what is coming in here. It's just balancing both the heavens and the earth, both our heart and our mind. You know, it's like bringing in both and having this balance come in. So I like that. And it's your higher self is calling you. So, yeah, we kind of go off balance every once here and there, but I feel like they're just wanting you to be able to see that picture in your mind of it's important to have the roots and experience life and the humanness as well as stretch up to the heavens. So that's their message for you right now. All right, Viti. So many blessings to you. And then Pinky, you are up next. So you want to know your strength and your power. Let's take a look here. Well, one of the strengths and power they want you to know of is your intuition. You've got the moon card here, which is maybe you have a water moon or a water sign, but you definitely have a strong connection to spirit and especially to your intuition, to your gut instinct, and to trust that, especially when you come here to the Three of Wands, which is, you're headed off in a direction and but you get information and they're like if your gut instinct and your intuition is going don't continue going that way, try this way, and you're like "Rrrt," and you trust that. It's very much like Queens of Wands energy coming in here with this combination. It's when you have decisions to make, trust your instinct because it is powerful. You have a strong sense of uh, your empathic abilities, but also hearing from spirit regarding your life. And so don't be afraid to ask spirit for guidance, for instruction, for direction with all of this too. They're basically saying that it's important for you to trust that and test it because in doing that you also are identifying which voices are of spirit, the whispers of love from above, and which are the human ego and other people that have chatted in our ear before. And taking action, trusting that energy, I feel is what they're wanting you to do because so you can use that muscle and increase it. That's where your strength and your power is for this lifetime is trusting the voice of spirit and changing the directions and maneuvering through your life. So I like that for you. And that's what they have for you right now, Pinky. So many blessings to you. And then Cutie, you are up next. Hello. And so who is your destiny? Let's take a look here and see what we have here. So you've got the Seven of Pentacles and you have the Ace of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles has been happening on purpose, for a purpose, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And your destiny is taking time to unfold here. But with the Ace of Pentacles coming in here, they will be coming in here soon for you too. So they're being mysterious here. They're like saying they're showing up soon. Like, well, who is it? They're like, they're coming soon. And you're like, but what is it? Who are they? What do they do? Da da da. It's going to be a surprise. And I like this. It's interesting because they are giving you a little hint through all of this too, because there's like this energy of um what they're showing to me in my head is someone who's had a makeover. Like, you know, when they have on the channels where someone gets they cut him and shave him and give him a new wardrobe and all this stuff, and they're just like, I'm renewed, I'm someone new. But in this person that's coming, and I do feel like they're someone you've known in your past, that they're coming back into your life, but there's totally someone they're totally different. And I don't feel here that there was a romantic connection between the two of you. before. I feel like it was friends, but there was things that were going on in both of your lives that it wasn't this deep draw to one another. There was great friendship, but I feel like drifted away. Like moved away to go to school or to go to work or do something, and now they're transformed and they're coming back, and you've transformed too, and you come back together and like, hey, can't believe you're in town, and you're like, who are you? I'm like, and you're like, what is this? Your heart is going, zzz, 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 and they're going, what's going on? Because there's this attraction that happens between the two of you. So it is someone that comes back after kind of going through it's like through this transformation, um, but they're coming back into your life, and you both have been doing the work on yourselves because when you add the seventh, like one pentacle to the seven of pentacles, you get the eight of pentacles, which does represent, it's doing the work, and that is education too. So maybe it is school, but it's doing the work, putting in the blood, the sweat, and the tears, and things are now ready to go to a new level. And you both have been in the cocoon transforming, and you arrive and you're like, hey, it's like you can tell it's them because they used to be a caterpillar, but now we're a butterfly. So they've been through a transformation, they look differently. And you have too. And you're like, wow. And now you both can flutter and fly together. And so I like that. There is this uh, fun, fun discovering adventure energy with that too. So that's what's coming in for you, cutie. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Starfall, you are up next after that. Hello, hello. And when does Spirit see you being in a committed love relationship? All right. Let's take a look here. Well, it's going to be a while. I know. Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight out of them all. So there is this hesitancy, this slowness that's happening, but that's all right. It happens on purpose for a purpose to give you time to focus on you raising your love vibration. So you draw in someone that is more worthy of that than someone mirroring your small t truths and fears and being something more of lower vibrational energy, right? Because you have the Queen of Swords here, which the Queen of Swords co-rules with the king over the swords of thinking, thought, and belief and mindset. So you are looking at things, limiting beliefs, things that kept you small before, and you're cutting away these fears, which helps you in this knight's quest for the Ace of Pentacles, which is looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. And you're cutting this away, and all the queens are given a second portion of water, which allows this to balance the mind and the heart, right? So even though you have this Knight of Pentacles, which is slow moving, what speeds that up is the more we work on our self love, working inner and upward, raising our love vibration, letting go of the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve, letting go of emotions and relationships, whether it's romantic relationships, relationships with exes that you've maintained, maybe friendships, family, whatever. It's letting go of all the stuff that no longer serves you, and you're ready to move forward. It takes that, and that speeds things up because there's a range that you're able to meet someone. And I feel like it was as early as September because they're going September through October, but it's September of 2023 through October of 2024. So there's like this full period of time that they're like this range that you're able to meet someone is that long. It's this fated relationship to be in, and I don't feel like it's going to end up being like your end all be all soul partner for the rest of your life relationship. It's for a period of time, and you're going to learn so much from it and love so much through it that it's destined, and you're have wanted and signed up to go through it. So definitely you don't go, well, if it's going to end, why even do it? Well, because you learn so much through it that it helps you find so much about yourself, helps them find out so much about themselves to where it prepares you for this soul partner that goes through there. So, how we speed up things, and we talk about this in the Take 10 with Zen episodes 4, 5, and 6 is about death, but 4, 5, and 6 are all about fate and how we can do things to have things come in sooner, or things come in later. So the latest that you'll meet them is in October of 2024, but you can meet them sooner depending upon how much inner work they're doing, but how much inner work you're doing, raising your love vibration, right? So I know it's like, what? So could be any moment depending on how much you're focusing on your love energy because you're already beyond the starting period. Like, oh, it can happen anytime now. Yep. So it's up to you a lot, and it's up to them a lot on the inner work they're doing. So that's what they have for you, Starfall. So many blessings to you. And then Lydia, you are up next. All right, Lydia, hello. So you want to know which company that you've interviewed with will be an offer in October, if not October when. All right. So you've got number one card is the King of Swords. Did you apply for two jobs? Because you've got the King of Swords. The first company feels very intellectual, feels very mental. You know, a lot takes a lot of mental energy. And this with the King of Swords, it just feels like I don't know. I feel like you do get two offers because with this going back and forth, you've got one that's all about the thinking, the intellectual, type of stuff, and then one that feels adventurous and free and a lot less rules and more fun. So you actually have two jobs that you're offered here in October, but one feels like a dream, like an adventure of like, oh, I want to learn this new thing and I want to do all this and da da da. The other feels like ugh, it's something that you've always done. It's a lot of mental checklists. So one's of the head and one's of the heart, right? And of course, your heart wants you to choose the Fool's card one, the one that's fun and exciting and new, and you're going to learn so much. The other is feel safe and boring and repetitive. And so I feel like you are going to get two offers and you get to choose what you want to experience between the two. There's neither right, neither wrong. There's just they bring you different experiences and different emotions, but you get to choose. So that's what they have for you, Lydia. So many blessings to you. All right. Moving down the list here. So sorry. So JJJ, you were up next and you wanted a message from Spirit. You've got the Queen of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. So the Queen of Wands is about trusting your instinct, trusting your connection to spirit, because the Queen of Wands, the Wands energy is spiritual energy, and all the queens are given a second portion of water, gives them a big sense of awareness, right? And connection to spirit. And with the Four of Pentacles here, this is stability of the outside world and this home type of feel to it, four pentacles, four walls, this sense of togetherness and home. But I feel like it's what spirit's message coming in here with all of this is to trust your connection with spirit, connect your self with your higher self. But whatever this home is, this sense of I want to say the sense of fullness and stability in the outside world. It's like spirit is saying, you know, uh, uh, that the outside world is unstable. This is a big message that comes through a lot with the Four of Pentacles, that three of those pentacles are what we were taught are supposed to make us feel stable, right? It's what we're taught to define who we are in the outside world. And when we look at that, we're taught relationships, situations like education, um, job and whatever kind of situational things we get into, social status, whatever, is that, and then also things, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions. But all those things are unstable, right? Things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen, unstable, right? Jobs, education, all that never stay the same, constantly changing, constantly being altered, never stays the same, unstable. And people, unstable, right? they they uh they change, they walk away, they pass away, unstable. And so we learn through all of this that the outside world is unstable, and when we define ourselves by the outside world, we feel unstable. The Queen of Wands is telling you to look inward and upward to define yourself. And that's when we connect with that eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms. Then, that's the foundation. That is eternal, very stable, unconditional, nothing you can do to lose it, because it just takes one condition to make something conditional. With zero conditions, unconditional, you always meet 100% of those zero conditions. So there's the stability in that I can never lose it and it lasts forever. That becomes your solid foundation. And I feel like this is what Spirit's message is you're learning more and more about the instability of the outside world, realizing I find everything I need in here, and then I look at the world as above and beyond extra instead of falling short. So that's what they have for you, JJJ. So many blessings to you. And then new love, you are up next. So what can you do to lose weight? You're struggling. All right. Yeah, we've got the high priestess and the tower. You're like, yes, let's lose. Come on, tower, burn away some calories and some fat, right? Well, I know I would like that too. The high priestess, this is so good for this too, because the high priestess is to have this transformation, to have this stuff removed out of your life. You step back from uh, the chaos, right? When we're in fight or flight mode, when we have anxiety and fears, our digestive system shuts down, our immune system shuts down, our body's flooded with adrenaline. It does a lot of things. If you ever look up fight or flight impacts on the body on the internet, you can find all the stuff that it does. And so the high priestess, she steps away into her high priestess temple, connects to the higher realms, looks behind the scenes, dives deep into the unknown, into the subconscious. And that alone brings peace, right? She steps away to meditate, to calm herself. And the more that we're out of fear, the more our bodies work and our digestive system's running, our immune system, things are running accordingly, and we'll have more energy instead of all this energy being invested in anxiety and fears. We change, we alter here too. And I like this, it's like embracing oneself and what am I afraid of? When we fear what our body looks like and what it's going to do to us health wise, we focus on our fears, we expand them, and then we stay in fear a lot. When we start having gratitude for our bodies, who we are, what does work well in our lives, we tell the universe we want more of that, and more of that happens, right? So we really get in tune with ourself and what's going on with us and why we want what we want. And food can be such a wonderful emotional security blanket for us. It's when we feel out of control, we love that, that I am the one that decides what I put in my mouth, right? And it's like, well, there's a lot of stuff underneath the surface with the high priestess. Anything you can do to get in tune with your subconscious and your unconscious, um, inner child does help. There's this process you can do. I'll just do it with my hands that they're bringing back to me because it's a way that we can dive into, find out things that are going on below the surface. And what you do is you get a piece of paper and you just draw a line down the middle, and then you draw a line all the way across. So you have four quadrants, right? And then the top two are, the one thing is I want to be, at a healthy weight, right? Um, so I desire to be at a healthy weight because, and you write down all the reasons why you're consciously knowing, okay, these are the things that I feel I want to, why I desire to be at a healthy weight. Then on the other box, it's the same thing, but kind of switched, where it's um, I don't desire or I fear being at a healthy weight because, and you write those things, right? One is probably we're very aware of, the other was like, why do I fear losing weight and being at a lower weight? Oh, stuff comes up, right? And then on the bottom, it's you do the opposite of the top, which instead of saying I desire to be at a lower weight, you put in there, um, I don't desire to be at a lower weight because, and we write that. Now, these two kind of what might have some repetitive stuff, but these are the ones that we're usually not aware of. That's the stuff that's going to come up. And this other one is, I fear not losing weight because, right? And so these two, like, I know why I desire to lose weight and I know why I fear not losing weight. Those are the things that are like right in our face all the time, right? But these other two, the fear of losing weight and the desire not to lose weight, it's like, oh, what am I learning from that? And that helps bring things up and helps us understand. And the great thing about the reason I love that, um, that approach is that you don't have to do any work around it. Because once you bring this from the subconscious to the conscious, your brain is aware of it and it starts doing things for you. It starts changing things for you. You don't even have to do anything. So that's usually where I like to start because I'm all about let the brain and do the stuff. I don't have to. So that's what they have for you, new love. Hopefully that is helpful and many blessings to you. All right. So let us continue here. I'm just going to take a sip here. We still have a long way to go here. So hang in there, everybody. Probably be on for maybe another hour here. So, Happy Pill, you are up next, and you'd like a general reading. Let's see what Spirit has coming in here for you. Well, so you got the Two of Swords and the Five of Swords. Similar energies here because the Two of Swords is the struggle between the heart and the mind. And it says to close your eyes and open your heart around whatever you're wondering about or whatever decisions are coming up to be made here. The Five of Swords is about mental conflict. Again, two and two is kind of like, with the Ace of Swords in the middle, is understanding the conflict here that's going on between the two. There's a lot of thinking happening here. Overthinking? Are we overthinking? I know. I'm an air sign. I'm always overthinking, but it's great. I love it. I'm being facetious. So the Five of Swords is great because it, with that Two of Swords and the Five of Swords combo, it's like you're looking at things from a higher perspective. You're connecting to the capital T truths of the higher realm, and you're really learning to see things from that higher place, from your place of your heart, right? Got a decision to make, close my eyes, open my heart, my high heart. I see things clearly, and it makes it uh, not just a mental decision made out of fear, or supposed to be's or should be's or need to be's or have to be's, checking off boxes. Your heart has a say so in it too. They both sit at the table and they work out these fears, they work out these supposed to's, and you get direction on what you're wanting to do with your life and whatever situation it is. Clarity comes in. It allows you to step back, take a deep breath, see things from a different perspective, and then the conflict ends because you're able to make a decision. When we're at a fork in the road and we don't know what to decide, it's because they're both our heart and our mind are shaking us back and forth. No, go here. No, 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 no. But when you step up above, you get extra. It's like the if it's equal balanced and it's not a no-brainer decision. When you close your eyes and open your heart, you get stuff that puts on it that goes, okay, this is the choice. I see it now. Because we've closed our eyes. Close your eyes and see, right? And that's what is coming in there. So hopefully that makes sense, Happy Pill. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And then up next, we've got Shirley Maydor. Hello, hello. So you want to ask, what is L, the Leo's current feelings and next actions? All right, let's take a look here and see what we've got here. Current feelings they have here all over the place. Seven of Cups, emotional confusion. They've just got emotions, 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 emotions galore all over the place. And I feel like maybe like this is you glowing. They've got all these emotions all over, all over, all over the place too. I feel like they have a lot going on in their life that just feels like emotionally, um, you know, like I said, just like a hurricane, this tornado of emotion. And you're in there with them, that you're part of all their emotions. But I just feel like they're inundated with just so much that's happening there. I mean, you got the Queen of Pentacles, and so I feel like their next actions. Queen of Pentacles represents it's like the Empress, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, sensuality, new birth, those types of things. And I feel like that they are really focusing in a lot on themselves. And but there's also this, you know, I don't feel like it's um I'm trying to identify these emotions because and this is the emotional confusion is why I'm trying to put definition to it, but I can't because I'm feeling so many different emotions around it that are contradictory and all over the place. And I feel like what Spirit is saying, like they need to get out into nature, get away from everything so they can focus and ground themselves with this earth energy of the Queen of Pentacles so that they can see things more clearly and understand what it is that they're needing. They need to nurture themselves and they need to find this because I feel like the Seven of Cups is they're so confused because they're trying to feel full and complete by outside world stuff instead of turning inward where they're going to find this. And I feel like their next actions, sensuality, their next actions may be of a sensual nature, but not emotions. They've got all these emotions going on. They can't, it's like something's broken. They're showing me a merry-go-round that's going. All the different horses on the merry-go-round are their emotions, and it's broken. It can't stop. It's just spinning, and it's getting faster and faster. And people are like, "Oh my God, what's going to happen to this merry-go-round?" And they're like, "Stop it! I want to get off." But that's what I feel is going on here. I feel like their next actions are going to be more sensual than they are emotional because they're on an emotional, not an emotional roller coaster. They're on an emotional merry-go-round. Oh, the horses. It's always about horses, isn't it? That's funny. But that's what's going on there, Shirley. So hopefully that makes sense. And many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right, Alex, you're up next. And you want a love reading here. And you've got this Four of Pentacles, and you've got the Aquarian wishing upon a star, wish fulfillment kind of card here. And, this love reading, it just feels when I saw this, I feel like they're saying, go home, go home. And I'm not sure if you are away from home, but I feel like this dream come true. This dream gets clarified and maybe even fulfilled by a visit to home, whatever home feels like, wherever this home is, there is this energy here of this, like I said, the Aquarian energy is about balancing, but it's very much about wishing upon a star and wish fulfillment. And I just feel like visiting home, you get clarity of things because you just see like, oh, I know where this part of my dream is coming from now that I'm back here, or I'm remembering these things of home. And and I don't know if you have to physically visit home. It could be meditationally or mentally, but I just feel like, yeah, if you can go physically, I feel like being there physically, getting away from everything else allows a lot of clarity to come in about what is my true dream come true, not the one that I've always been told is supposed to be, should be, need to be. It's almost like like if you go home, you find people who are living that dream that you had, and you're like, they're not happy. And now that I'm seeing it from a third person point of view, I don't want that. And then you're discovering more of what you do want regarding love. So that's interesting. But that's what's coming in for you, Alex. So many blessings to you. All right. So we will continue moving down the list here. Let me just take another sip here. So up next, we got Mars. Mars. Hello. So you recently found out some sensitive info in regards to someone close to you. What do you do? What do you do? That's what the internet's for. Plaster it all over the place. No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke. Laugh, Mars, Mars, laugh. So it's very bad. Okay, well that's how you perceive it, right? Is very bad, and you're not sure how you feel or what to do. Well, obviously you're so hurt, so you do know how you feel. You feel it's very bad, and you feel that you're hurt by it, right? And they feel like they've done nothing. Okay. Um, and you're saying that what they're saying isn't true because what happened was morally bankrupt and kept hushed by them. Okay, I get you here. So, advice from spirit on what to do with this situation. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. So, we start in here with the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is swords are our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, right? And the Knight of Swords, this knight is in a quest for higher truth, about seeing things from a different perspective. And in doing that, it sets them free from their fears, right? Once we are able to get of this Ace of Swords, when we see things from a spiritual perspective, from a higher perspective, we're able to um, cut away these fears. Uh, we're able to change the story of what we're putting to a situation, because swords talk to us about, one of the things of the chariot and the power of choice. The first thing is that we get to choose what story we put to what's happening. Now, I know this is going to be, it's not normal for our human. So, and it may be difficult to see it when we're in the middle of it. But once we can take a lot of deep breaths and step back and give it time to sink in and see things, the Wheel of Fortune tells us that whatever happens in our world does happen for us. It's the tune of for you, the Wheel of Fortune. And we have all this faded stuff. It's like this is the map of everything that we choose before we come down here. We know all the possibilities of what will happen in our own life. And um and we're the ones that have asked for whatever comes into our life. We've asked for it. And we've either before we came down here or through our energy, but before we came down here we still knew though all the possibilities of everything that could happen. Now on the spiritual side of the of existence, there is no right or wrong. And you're like, what? There's only vibration and there's choices. And of course on that side we're full of unconditional love. We don't, when you're feeling unconditional love, you don't think of like, oh, I should choose fear, because you have this awareness and acknowledgement of the power of unconditional love, and we don't want to hurt anyone else. We don't have even a desire. We're not. We don't feel like we're empty of anything either. We feel full and complete and overflowing. So nothing can hurt us because we've already got everything inside us. Now we're veiled from that when we come down here, right? As a piece of us extends itself into the humanity. It's like we stick our little pinky into the cold water. It's like our pinky experiences the coldness and we get to experience the coldness, right? So from a heavenly perspective, from a spiritual perspective, everything that happens in life just happens. But what happens in situations is we every moment we're choosing a story that swords the story we're putting to a situation, what emotion I want to feel as I'm going through it, the energy I put into it, and then also my choice of physical actions in the world. I can't choose for anyone else. We can make it harder or easier for people to choose fear or unconditional love, which is the choice of each one of those things in each moment. Lower vibration, higher vibrational love, one of fear, one of unconditional love, right? Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of losing conditional love, or unconditional love and joy and peace and gratitude and celebration, right? Those are our two choices in each moment. Now, sometimes it doesn't feel like we're making a choice because we have been filled so much with opinion growing up on when all this stuff happens, this is what it's supposed to mean. It's supposed to be I'm supposed to think this is very bad. I'm supposed to feel hurt by the or like feelings, right? And then the emotions. When that happens, I'm supposed to feel hurt. When this happens, I'm supposed to take revenge and reinforce truth, and I'm supposed to do something. I'm supposed to take revenge for whoever's hurt in the world, right? That means this thing means when they do this thing, it means it's morally bankrupt and they're morally bankrupt. And they're not supposed to keep this hushed, right? We have all this stuff that has been introduced to us. Stories that when that happens, this is what it means. When this happens, this is how I'm supposed to feel. When that happens, this is how I'm supposed to act. And intentions, where I'm supposed to put all my energy, and the physical actions I'm supposed to take, right? But do we? And who says? We've been taught this all our lives, but this is where this Knight of Swords is stepping outside of why I think I need to do anything about this. You know, everyone every moment is either acting in from unconditional love or the fears of losing conditional love. So when people do things that seem painful, it's because they're in pain. When they seem to be doing things that are hurtful, it's because they're hurting. Because when the human, all of us, goes into fight or flight mode, what happens is we bump off our intelligent side of us out of the control seat. We knock out the loving, compassionate out of there. And there's a little 2-year-old with its pet cat that's in charge. And it is trying to do things to feel back in control and to feel safe again itself, which is non intelligent, meaning stupid things, uncaring, unloving things as well, because it's doing whatever it wants to. You ever see a 2-year-old trying to get their way? They will smack people, hit other kids over the head with their toy truck because they're like, this is mine. When they go into fight or flight mode, a 2-year-old, that's how they act. And so when we look at this other person and we realize they only acted the way they did because they were in fear, we stop looking at it maybe so harshly, so judgmental of them. We look at our fear because this is what is igniting within us is our own fear. And, again, it's understanding that everything unfolds on purpose for a purpose. I can't choose how anyone is choosing to feel or act or react or whatever. I can only choose for myself what story I want to put to it, the emotion I want to feel as I go through it, the energy I put forward in my physical action. And, you know, this is what happens. If someone did something, that we think is so extreme, it's like, how could you not think that that's wrong? And it's like when we realize everyone chooses to experience their life to come down here, then we start. It just gives us a different perspective of things, right? Doesn't mean we want to continue to let people do things that appears to be unloving, unkind, and all that, but understanding that everyone involved in it is in pain because if it's not of unconditional love that each person's doing things, then that means that they're doing things out of fear. When a little 2-year-old is smacking another 2-year-old, we don't, put the 2-year-old in jail. We go, "What's the matter? What's going on? Why are you so angry? Why are you, acting and doing the things that you're doing? You're hurting others, you're hurting yourself." Um, and then if that's physically, emotionally, everyone chooses how they're gonna feel by it, right? And I know, I mean, I've experienced heartache. We all come down here to experience these lower vibrational emotions because life is like this giant tapestry. We're beings made of light. We come down here to experience the lower vibrational, darker shadows so that we can see this design of who we really are, which we wouldn't be able to see this and understand ourselves without experiencing it. And when we step back and understand that, it can help transform things. And I know this is a lot, but what to do is to step back, take a lot of deep breaths, try to look at from everybody's perspective, understanding that when, as they say, hurting people hurt people. And generally, if someone sexually abuses someone, they were sexually abused. If someone physically abuses someone, they were physically abused, as well as was their abuser, as well was their abuser, as well as their abuser. And knowing that that's why people act the way they do, sometimes it can activate some compassion inside of us, right? To understand, going, all right, and everything is a mirror for us. And then we start to look at how in my life, how am I, how are my thoughts about people morally bankrupt? And how have I hushed those things? We start to realize everything unfolding is for us to look at ourselves because this is what I'm in control of. This is what I can work on. This is what I can transform. And all I can really do, I can't change other people. I can't change people's thoughts. I can't change people's actions. I can only, you know, change in the outside world happens through uh, when hearts change. Because we can try to get somebody, you need to quit smoking, and they'll be like, okay, I'll quit smoking, and then they go smoke behind your back until their heart changes. Then they don't want to smoke cigarette anymore, right? And we change people's hearts by giving unconditional love. And and then from that place of unconditional love, looking at things from that higher perspective, like with the Knight of Swords, we're able to transform things, right? We're able to make a decisions based on that. What is best for everyone involved in the situation, right? And and then that's what you do, right? And if you feel like I have to do something, I have to say something, well, if you go to the person and if you know facts for sure, for sure, for sure, right? You can go to someone and go, I know what you did, and you need to tell someone about it, or I will. I'll give you a week. So you allow them to do it, maybe, whatever you feel from your heart. But make sure for your own sake that it's from a place of unconditional love and not fear. Because if you're in fear, you're going to do stupid stuff. Right? That's what happens when we go into fear. We don't want to compound and add to everything. It's like, let me take a step back. Let me find out what's going on. Let me, see how I can approach this. So hopefully that helps Mars. Again, I know that was a lot. You might need to go back and just listen to it a couple times and maybe listen to it after you've had time to kind of sit with it too. But and sit in your heart and see what is it that your heart full of compassion wants you to do. Okay. All right. So that's what they have for you, Mars. I feel like they wanted to go into that deeper, not just for you and me, but maybe this also speaks to some others. All right. So many blessings. All right. And then DK, you are up next. So you'd like a general reading, and let's see what we got going on here. Well, you got 2 pages coming in here. So you got the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. So there is this new passion, new love kind of spark that's headed your way here. Either and pages are like an upgrade, an extension of things too, because the Ace of Wands would be brand new passion, and the Ace of Cups would be brand new love. But the pages are like number 11s. It's like you've gone one ace is all the way up to 10, and now you're going into this upgrade, this higher level here. So it does speak of if you're in a relationship already, things going to another level. If you haven't met someone and you're looking for love, look out. Here comes this friendship or this situationship that switches into something different with some great passion there, but also emotion in combined here. If you're not looking for love, this could be definitely this expansion of like living your dream, finding out what your dream is and putting action behind it. And it can be all of it if this all this resonates for you too. But it definitely is this newness that's popping in here and definitely in tune with all this eclipse energy we have coming in here. It is boom, boom, boom. Just ready for this new birth, ready for this upgrade, ready to put things into action. Things are it's like, having something that, oh, they're showing me like they're showing me roulette, and like you win, and you're like, "We're let it ride, we're gonna win again." And it's like this expansion, you're going for more. But this isn't risky like roulette. This is like, I'm investing this energy and I'm going and putting more love and more passion into a relationship, a situation, a job, a dream, whatever it is, there is this nudge going, yes, it's time. Go for it, go for it, go for it. What do you got to lose? What are you waiting for? To die? To live? Time to live, time to take it to another level. I like it for you, DK, and that's what's coming in. So, boom, boom, boom. Whatever your question was, it's like, yes, step forward. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Swaroop Bobby, hello, hello. You'd like a career reading? Absolutely. All right. Well, you do have here this Ace of Wands, which I was just talking about, which is a new opportunity, a new passion that's coming in regarding your career. And with the Hermit card here, I really feel this is something that you can do independently, like working from home, or you work like not in a large group where, you are independent with this Hermit card here. So it is this, you're like not in a call center, surrounded by thousands of people in cubicles. This is about, something that feels passionate and something that you're excited about. But I do feel like it starts with you in your home. And if you're not aware of what that is, with the hermit card within the it's usually a lantern, but in this case they have a wand. Yeah, look, there's a wand. They're even holding on to the wand. But this is the brightness at the top of here is your higher self in the spiritual realm. And so if you're unsure, it's about connecting to your high heart, really searching and understanding what it is that would make your heart sing, that would make your heart and life feel full, and not just your mind, right? This is where the passion kicks in, is because it's something that you love to do and that you'd be excited to do. And I like it. They're definitely saying that it is coming, it is here. Just try to get clarity around what it is, because whatever you focus on is what you draw in too, with all this wand energy that's coming in here with both of the cards showing wands. Because it's you can kind of look at it as two wands, which the two of wands, because you get a wand and a wand. The two of wands tells us whatever we focus on is what does grow and expand. Like attracts like. If we focus on what we're missing in life, we draw that towards us. Instead of if we focus on what we're grateful for in our current job, current career, our dream, focusing on unconditional love, enjoying peace and laughter, all of that draws in positive things with that too. So I like that for you. It feels very much, identify what this dream-like type of living is, and then it becomes your career, right? So I like this for you, Sroot Bobby. Definitely, it's coming soon with two wands here too. It'll come in fast and furious if you find out what your focus is and then focus on it, right? And put action behind headed towards it too. So I like it. If you already know, you're like, I know, I want to become a psychologist, but I'm going to have to go to school. All right, start looking at what you need to do to get into school. You're like, all right, I'm going to go do it. And then you just do it. You do the next step. You don't try to plan everything for the entire rest of your life. You plan the next steps and then you go for it. You put action behind it. Join the journey along the way, not just focusing on the destination. So I like it. Boom, boom, boom. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to Sorup. And then Bonita, you are up next. And you want to know, did you make the right decision taking this new job? So there is no right or wrong when we ask of spirit. So they're like, what do you mean? Error, error. There is no right, no wrong. But we reconvert the question to be, was it for my highest self-love experience for me to take this new job? And that's what we'll look at to see if there is something else. Okay, yeah. All of that to say, yes, Sun card, most successful, brightest card out of them all. And the Three of Pentacles. I feel like taking this new job is allowing you to be more true to your authentic self. And I don't feel like you're going to be at this job for a long time, because I feel like with all of this, you're really learning a lot about what it is you want and don't want. And I feel like the Three of Pentacles is telling you a little bit that maybe this job that you took is because, well, I need money and this will, it's checking off the mental checklist of some things, but it's not making your heart sing. It's not like you're like, oh, I'm living my dream and my passion. It's like, you'll allow me to live until I discover on the scavenger hunt of what it is that allows me to create, with this Three of Pentacles. The three is creativity. Here you are creating something, not worried about what your critics or supporters will say, but that I need to be me. I need to express myself. I need to live the life I want to live instead of trying to live up to everyone else's expectations, what you think everyone thinks you should, be and do with your life, right? So I don't feel like this is a bad decision. It's a temporary decision, and so I like it. It's like, yeah, this gives you the money, it gives you the experience, it gives you the wisdom and knowledge, and it gives you the time to find out what it is you really want to do with your life. And I feel like this is what you find being at this other job. So I like that for you, Benita. So many blessings to you. All right. So we're continuing down the list here. Let me just move some of these up here now that those were the big, big ones. So I got a bunch of little individual ones. So we'll start here. Up next, we had Brittany. I love that spelling. So can I tell you about Dwight's next actions towards you? Let's take a look here. Well, we've got two sevens. There's a lot of conflict here, Brittany. The Seven of Cups is a lot of emotional confusion, a lot of swirling different emotions that Dwight has. They've got a lot of deceptive thought patterns that come in here too. You know, the combination of these tells me that they're not like one to commit, maybe in word but not action, if you get what I'm if you're picking up what I'm putting down. I feel like that 7 of cups would be like 7 different loves and interests at the same time. Like they've got all this deceptive thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about themselves. That deception seeps out into their world, and it has to do with how, they kind of have this low feeling about themselves, and so they're trying to define themselves by this love that they have in the outside world. And it's like, well, one doesn't make me feel good, maybe two, maybe three, maybe four, maybe seven will make me feel good about myself. And it's like, until they're happy on the inside, they can't be happy on the outside. And I feel like this is the kind of journey that they're in right now. The sevens, if you think of like an 8 or a 6 has 3 or 4 on each side, there's this nice smoothness that happens, this flow in the middle. But when you add a 7, there's this big block in the middle that is this fighting, this struggle that they're having. And so, I just feel like their next actions towards you are, you know, they like the attention, they like the relationship piece of things, of feeling like they're needed and wanted, but it's not enough for them. One person is never enough. I feel like they have multiple interests all at the same time here. So, if it's okay, if you're like, yeah, I don't want commitment, then they're your man. If you want something committed and solid, then let them step back and look and watch their life, and I think you'll get a lot of clarity with that. So sorry, Brittany, but it happens for you too. It allows you to see, what and is any of this exist within you too. Everyone's always a mirror. Where are my deceiving thoughts about my worth and where's my emotional confusion, right? It's always it's always for us in some way anyway. So all right, Brittany, that's what they have for you right now. Sorry, I wish I had better, higher vibrational type of energy around them, but it feels a lot of lower vibrational stuff happening in their life right now. Many blessings. All right. So, Leah B, you are up next. So, you would like to know about your Sagittarius boyfriend's feelings for you. You're an Aquarius. Aquarius is reunite. All right. So, your boyfriend's current feelings for you, you've got the 7 of Pentacles. They do have feelings for you, and it's on slow mo. You've got the 7 of Pentacles, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. So it's taking a long time to load. They're showing me in my head like whenever you have a new upgrade happening on your computer and it's like the little bars going, is it even moving? And why did it just jump from 5% back down to 2%? It's like taking forever for things to load, it seems. And that's what's happening here. It's happening on purpose, for purpose here for you, because your focus is on the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is about your self love, and the things slow down to give both of you time to work on this, because we can't love someone else more than to the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So as you increase and open your self love, then this also opens up as well. So you are given this time to focus on your inner love energy and to have that expand. Um, and and that's what's so important, because till we find that self-love inside of us and open it up, what someone can give us is always going to fall short. Because if our love is like this, our love, our self-love, no matter how much love they want to come in, we're just going to get this drip drip. We're like, really, that's all you can give me? They're like, but I'm giving you so much. You're like, sure you are. Drip drip drip. And you're like, I'm loving them so much, but all they're getting is drip drip drip. Especially if we're drip 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 and they're drip drip drip. There's a whole lot of dripping. Well, that sounds kind of dirty, sorry. There's a whole lot of very low love vibration, love flow. We'll put it that way. And so I feel like there is that love there, the capacity, but both of you are given this opportunity to increase your love vibration so that that pipeline opens up to where you get this win-win of feeling this beautiful unconditional eternal love from up above like this chalice, and you get to fill up and then overflow the love, and then you feel full and complete, and what they are giving is above and beyond extra instead of falling short. And if they're doing the same thing, you have this great flow between the humans, as well. So that's what's coming in, Leah. Hopefully that helps for right now. And many blessings to you. All right. And up next, we got Grace 1111. You'd like a general reading here. All right. Yeah, it looks like you have the hanged man going on here. So you are in this transformative time frame, and there is some stuff that's on hold, waiting for information to make decisions, right? Because you are at this decision point that's coming up here with the Two of Swords. And it's like, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Because you're going to close your eyes and open your heart, and you're going to get the information that you need. The Two of Swords is telling me with the Hanged Man combo that information's being held back for a moment, because if you have certain information, it's going to be a no-brainer. You're going to make a decision and deal done. But the timing of it is important. So they're keeping back certain information from you because you're like, well, I don't know which way I should go, what I should do. They're saying, wait for it. You'll get the piece of information at the right time, and you're like, oh, well, duh, I'm going to do this. But right now it feels like, well, I could do this or I could do that. Well, blah, 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 blah. It's like equal, like if you do how you do a little list of the benefits and the negatives and the positives of something. It's like, well, it's like pretty equal. And then, but there's going to be something that just drops, and you're like, oh, there it is. That helps me make the decision. So trust that with what is coming forward here. Just wait for it. All right, Grace, that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then up next, we've got Info Entertainment 999. And you want to know what are A's plans towards you and children in the coming months. So we've got the Ace of Swords, which is they are actually thinking about things. The swords are thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets. And they're trying to look at things from a different perspective, and they're really contemplating and thinking about things. New ideas coming in. Choices have not been made yet. I feel like they're kind of um, have a bunch of different ideas, new ideas coming in. They're getting clarity of mind though with this card, and the Chariot card is all about the power of choice, and they're deciding here. They've got their mental stories, they've got their emotional stories, they've got this energy they want to put forward, and the physical decisions, and it's hanging out there. The Chariot's all about, which way do I go? Do I want to go this way or this way? I don't know. And so they're kind of in this um indecision point here. But I like the Chariot and the Ace of Swords, because even though they're in this moment in indecision, the Ace of Swords is new ideas that are coming in, and the Chariot then is also a movement and victory card. So though right now I feel like they're kind of like still bouncing things around. I feel like within a week you're going to start to have action and movement, and then you're going to see what it is. But the energy of right now, it could go so many different ways. They haven't made this ultimate decisions yet. So that's why we're kind of having that. Whenever that happens in our life, whenever we're asking spirit, like, well, which way is it going to go? What's going to happen? When they're like, we'll see, we don't know yet. It's like, I hate the not knowing. And they're like, but that's exciting. That's what's exciting about this existence we have here. Back home, we don't get to feel the unknowingness, going into the unknown, because we're omnipotent up there, or all knowing, whatever that one is. I think it's omnipotent. It's like we're all knowing. We're connected to the creator and universe. We're like, "Oh, yeah, we know exactly what's gonna happen," right? We wanna go from here to there. We're like, "What is it like over there?" And we're there. We don't get to journey. We don't get to wander. And so enjoy the not knowing for right now, um, if you can. But that's what's happening in faux entertainment. So hang in there. You're going to get resolution soon and understand at least this next step. There's always something we want to know, but we can also question with these uncomfortable feelings we have. What am I fearing? Why do I feel I need to be in control? Why do I feel I need to know? That's the whole thing with the chariot card, too. We realize I'm the one that gets to choose. No matter what happens in the outside world, we're not a puppet to it. We're taught a lot of what something is supposed to mean, how we're supposed to feel, where we're supposed to invest our energy and intentions, and what actions we're supposed to take. But when we get rid of all that opinion that we've grown up with and been brainwashed with and conditioned with, we realize no matter what happens or doesn't happen, what is said or not said in the outside world, I get to choose the story. No matter what anyone else is saying, I get to choose the story I'm putting to with my thoughts. I get to choose what emotion I want to feel as I go through it. I'm the one that puts my energy. Am I going to focus on fear or gratitude? Am I going to focus my energy on being a victim or being a victor? I'm like, I get to choose that and what actions I choose to take in the physical world. I get to choose that. Everyone has their opinion on the supposed tos of all that, but I get to choose. So I feel like that's important for you as well, info. All right. So that's what they have. Many blessings to you. And then infinity is one you wanted to know. And I think you also purchased, like you donated, and we answered that question. This one was different though. You wanted to know, did Leo come to the group last time with the intention of seeing you? Let's take a look here. I feel like it was one of the reasons that they came here. The King of Pentacles, but the Two of Wands is like investing their energy. It's like you were one reason why they went, and they had other reasons too. But it was an added benefit that they hoped to see you there. But I don't feel like it was the primary reason why they went. It's just one of many reasons that was there. So I don't feel like it was totally like, oh, this was the it. Feels like, well, I'll see them, but this is the main reasons why I'm going. I feel like it was just, like I said, just benefit. You were above and beyond extra, a bonus, like dessert. All right. So that's what they have for you, Infinity. All right. Let's see. We still got about maybe 10 more or so to go. So if I haven't got to you yet, you still hope, right? All right. So Lady T, hello, hello, hello. And you wanted a reading. So we'll give you a general reading here. All right. Wow. Very clear here. You've got the Three of Cups, which for me is a special card between me and Spirit, which represents your spiritual posse, your guardian angel and angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones, your ancestors, leprechauns, fairies, whatever, unicorns, whatever you believe those beautiful beings of unconditional love and light are. This is them saying, we're here and we're available for you and we're giving you messages. This Eight of Wands here represents a ton of messages coming from spirit. And so if you've been like seeing a lot of repeating numbers, a lot of synchronicities, when before we come down here, we ask our spiritual entourage, these are the things I want to experience. And they're constantly working on having those things come to fruition in the human world here. But because of our power of choice and our free will, they also don't meddle in our lives beyond that until we ask them to, right? And we can ask them of our own free will, hey, can you come meddle in my life? Can you show me, what's best for me? And if you have questions about, I don't know which way to go, can you give me some guidance? They will, and they'll do all that, but they won't interfere unless we ask them. So when you start seeing a lot of synchronicities and things around, that's them being in the background going, just to remind us that they're there and that we can call on them. So when you see those things, and if you want to know stuff and you want to have this relationship with them, they are so excited to have that type of relationship with you as this human down here. So definitely keep a look on a look out. That's a better word. Keep a look out for signs all over the place in the physical world, songs you hear, license plates, bumper stickers, road signs, rogue emails, junk mail, whatever, where you see a message, you're like, whoa, here it is again, and they'll drop just emotions. You have these emotional surges, this energy surges. And then sometimes you'll even have thoughts just drop into your head, especially if it's from a loved one who's already gone to the other side and you have a memory of them and you're not even thinking about them at all. And so all of a sudden, you have that memory pop in. That's them going, licking their finger and touching a memory to activate it to let you know that I am with you. You know, you're not alone. So I love this for you, Lady T. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. So we'll continue moving these up. And N. Williams, you are up next. And you want to know, are you on track with your life path? Good question. Let's take a look here. All right. So you are on the slow path, right? You're like, "Oh my god, you're not kidding." With, like, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight out of 'em all, and they're on a quest for their self-worth in relationship to the outside world, and so you are dun, 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 on the path, and sometimes it feels like it's moving at a snail's pace. But you got the 10 of Cups, this is emotional fulfillment, so you are on the path for this emotional fulfillment, especially when you're looking at your your worth in relationship to the outside world. A big piece that you learn through all that is that when you look into the outside world to define you, right, uh disappointing, unstable. But when you turn inward and upward and you're finding this beautiful love that you're feeling, it transforms things. And that's what happens. Before the 10 of Cups, you experience the 9 of Cups, and all of the other cups before it. But it's all about finding the love that you have inside. It's the Ace of Cups, it's the chalice, the Holy Grail. It'd be like the one at the top. When that fills up and overflows, it fills up all the other cups in your life. So it starts with self-love, and that is what unfolds and has everything unfold in the outside world, because our entire life path, our entire journey is one of worth, self-worth. We start off, of course, being these priceless beings, and we know our worth. We know the amazing, powerful, supernatural, eternal beings made of unconditional love that we are. And so we have that power. Then we're born into the human to experience the human. And even as babies and, you know, young toddlers, we're demanding for everything that we want. And we know we deserve it. We know how priceless we are till we're taught that we're not. That's that we start building barriers between us and our self-worth that build up through our childhoods, our emotional body, 7 years old and younger, our mental body between 7 and 14, and then our physical bodies 14 to 21. We've got these 7-year, you know, periods of time where we're developing all sorts of uh um what is it, like clogs in our self-love pipeline. And then we start the journey of removing those things and questioning those thoughts and those beliefs, and we clear it out. And then that's the life path. We multitask with all of that too, but that's all part of the scavenger hunt too. It starts with clearing our heart to where we can communicate with our heart to find out what our passion is of life. How do we uniquely want to share the unconditional love with the world? And then we're able to do that. So I feel like this is yeah, you're on the right path, because you are doing this self-love and this inner search, right? and you're clearing these clogs, and then you're going to be hit with this, whoa, filling up with that and overflowing where you feel your life is full. And then you're like, how do I want to share this love with the world? And that takes you on to the next stage of your life where you're sharing this love in your own unique way with the world. So I like that for you, N. Williams. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. And Kayon Lee, you are up next. Let me just move these up here. See where we're at. So we still have a little ways to go here. And Kayon Lee, when will you find love? What a great question, right? We get that all the time. We're wondering all the time, when am I going to find love? Well, it starts here. You have peace of mind, and these work so well together. The strength card is the story. When will you find love? When you find your self love and your inner love, because you can't love others more than to the extent you love yourself. You can't give love or receive love more than to the extent you love yourself. And the strength card is the lion. The lion is our human side, and this is our higher self with the infinity symbol. And the lion is told, seek out love and your fulfillment and your wholeness in the outside world. And we go and eat and drink of the world, and we still feel empty. It's because what we're looking for is inward and upward, and that's the connection with our higher self here. The Four of Swords tells us the same story because usually it shows someone sleeping on the Ace of Swords with three swords in the background, which is the Three of Swords. Normally, you would see the Three of Swords with a giant heart, three swords stuck in it, which is our heartache, our heartbreak, the disappointment we feel. I call it my expectations equal disappointment card because it tells us that we're like with this lion, it's told these three places to go seek its fulfillment from, and we're always disappointed because we're told, things, our bodies, our bank accounts, possessions, that's going to make us feel whole and complete and feel loved. But all those things depreciate, right? They deteriorate, they blow up, they burn down, they're stolen. So those things, if they fill us up at all, they don't fill us up for very long. It's like, psh. And then we're told, well, your job, your education, your social status, situations that you can get in, these things will make you feel loved. They don't last long either. Constantly changing. They don't last for very long if they fulfill us much. And then we're said relationships, whether it's friends, family, lovers, workmates, schoolmates, whatever. These friendships, these love, all this love, that's what's going to make you feel full of love. But people change. People are unstable. People are always, fluctuating in how they're feeling about themselves. And so they're fluctuating in how they feel about everyone else. People walk away, people pass away. All this instability, we eventually are like, I can't take this. This is, you know, we become a roaring lion that's hangry. It's hungry, angry. It's not feeling fulfilled with this stuff until it turns inward and upward. And then you're full. You get to experience this unconditional love that you've been looking for that you can't find in the outside world. And it doesn't mean that you stop wanting the outside world, you just stop needing it. You fill up with this inner love, and once you fill up and overflowing, where the world felt lacking and falling short, you see it as above and beyond extra. It's you can take it or leave it, and you want it, but you don't need it, so you're not as desperate for it like that hangry, hungry, angry, roaring lion was. There's this, beautiful, energy that comes in there. So hopefully that helps because once you fill that up, then you're raising your love vibration. When you have lower vibrational love that's related to fear and all those other things we talked about of I've got to find it out here, we draw in lower vibrational experiences, people, situations, relationships, which end up the way we always have had it end up. But when we raise our love vibration, we draw in something more higher and something completely different. The love of with a human that we've been looking for. So hopefully that makes sense, Kaon, and that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right, Zorsa, or sorry, Zorisa Gol. You are up next. Let me just move up these screenshots here, see where we're at. I think we're getting there. Oops. All right. Yeah, we're getting. I think we've got about 8 or 9 more to go. So, thanks for hanging in there for you guys at the towards the end of the list. So, Zarissa Goal, you wanna know, Darvayash's current feelings for you. Alright, let's take a look here and see what they have here. You know, with the Queen of Wands here, the feelings they have, they see you as someone who's vibrant and there's attraction. You're very attractive to them with this Queen of Wands. Because it represents passion and this physical and energetic attraction between you guys. There's something that they see in you that is it feels because you have I feel like you have a great empathic flow and they sense there's something different about you, right? And so they have this intrigue is the word I was looking for. They're intrigued by this kind of spiritual giftiness around you. And so they see all that, but they also, with this 9 of Swords, they've got a lot of fears. This is the Nightmare and Insomnia card. There's a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts that keep them from really acting and moving forward on this. And it doesn't necessarily have to do anything with you at all. We're taught so many supposed tos and shoulds and need tos about relationships and interest and passions and all that, that this 9 of Swords just shows they've got a lot on their mind, a lot of fears around a lot of things, and especially around relationship. And it was taught to them by seeing what happened between their parents and other relationships and stuff they were told, seeing things they saw in movies and all this stuff. They get all these beliefs, but there's these fears of being hurt, these fears of being, betrayed and let down because they've had some of those types of experiences that have happened to them. And these fears are what hold them back from stepping forward. Currently, the 9 is they're almost exhausted enough trying to live up to all these expectations and manage all these fears that they're getting to the point where they're like, I just can't stand it anymore. I need to let these things go. I feel so restrictive, and the heart is in this cage of these fears and it wants to express itself, but it also doesn't want to get cut by the blades. But it is getting impatient. It wants to be expressed. It wants to express this passion and this desire, but eventually they will get around to it, but it just may be a while. I feel like they're pretty stubborn. But that's what's going on right now with their current feelings. They have these things in here, but just understand that they got some stuff going on that's keeping them from feeling able to express that. All right, so that's what they have for you. And then up next here, let me just move this up one more time. I think I see them all now. Yeah, I do. All right. So up next, we got Water Bearer. Hello, are you an Aquarian? So Water Bearer, you want to know you're planning to shift to a new house as a tenant. It's actually your friend's sister's house. Is it good for you if you shift to this house? So is that for your highest experience? We'll see here if that is. Yeah, I do believe so. You got the 10 of Cups, woohoo, emotional fulfillment, and the 8 of Pentacles too, which is movement forward in the outside world. So with this combination here, I do feel this is in your best interest because this is about you're ready to move to another level. You're ready to move forward. You put in the blood, the sweat, and the tears, and you deserve this emotional overflowingness here. So I feel like it is beneficial for you. I feel like are they giving you a good deal? I feel like they're giving you a good price, and not as much deposit because they know you and they trust you, and I feel like they're going to give you more leeway in what you can do with it and different things like that. It just feels very full and overflowing for you, Water Bearer. So, there's though those cups, all that water overflowing. So I like it for you. Very, very positive, very short and sweet for you. So go forward and conquer. All right, Water Bear, many blessings to you. And then Kritika Malhotra, you are up next here. And you were a little oh, you were a little late. Well, I'm on a little late, so you're getting it eventually though. And so your question is your crush Arnav influenced or told by his friend or someone regarding you? Oh, okay, let's see here if they're listening to other people here. You know, with the 3 of Pentacles, it just doesn't matter if they do or not. The 8 of Swords shows that they are looking beyond any thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have blinded him and bound him and kept him restricted in the past. And it's like before they realize that people gossip and people's perceptions are their own and they're working through their own. And but they see you as this 3 of Pentacles as someone who's true to your unique self, and they're looking at you uniquely outside of all that. They're not someone who listens to people's stuff, or if they do, they put it on the back shelf. They're just like, "Oh, well, thank you so much." And if they have enough of it and they witness it themselves, then they're like, "Okay, I'll take all that into consideration." But I feel like there's such an independent rebel of, you know what? They just are like, they like movies no one else likes. They like food no one else likes. It's like they have such a unique taste of life that they just learn not to listen to people because they were like, "Oh, my friends said they hated this movie, so I didn't see it." And then they saw it later on TV and they're like, "Oh my God, I love this." And then they realized, I'm not going to listen to people. I'm going to find out for myself. And I feel like that's what's coming in here for this here. I don't feel like they're like I said, influenced it. Um, so even if they're told or someone regarding about you, it doesn't matter because they're just going to go, "Well, thank you," and kind of put it in they're going to file it in the trash can because that's like they don't put a whole lot of stock in what people say um, normally, because most people have their own perspectives and he's not into that. So I like it, Kritika. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And Devi, you are up next. Let me just move these up a little bit here. All right. So, Devi, you want to know, will you have a reunion uh, with Morali? No context situation. Let's see what they have here. I don't see it now. We got the hermit card here, which is being by yourself, not without them. You focusing in on you and what you learned through here. You've got the 5 of cups, so you can, while you're in this hermit mode, connecting with spirit and having them guide you on your path. This alone time is good because you're learning about the 3 cups that were spilt. You're also learning about your power of emotional choice, that regardless of what was happening between you, you're the one that gets to decide what emotions you feel about it. You don't have to, obey and keep going with the thoughts and the beliefs and the mindsets of the supposed to. Everyone, "Oh, when that happens, this is how you're supposed to feel." There's this reflection time for you, and I don't feel like there's a reunion. This hermit is like, "No, it's you've learned what you have everything in your memory and in your heart of what you need for that situation, and that's just going to move on because you're learning a lot about yourself and your power of emotional choice and where you're headed. It's important that you do reflect on this and let go of those things that no longer serve you. And because this relationship with them taught you a lot about your thoughts and beliefs around yourself, your emotions about yourself, and these beliefs and relationships and emotions that have held you back and made you feel limited and small and trapped, and where you've dimmed your light and shrunk. And this is been an opportunity for you to realize these things so that you can release them. And then, whenever we reunite with someone, it's hard to forget where we came from. It's like if you ever live away from your family for a long period of time and you go back, even though you're an adult, you feel like a child again. It's kind of like this, type of relationship. If you get back together, you just go back feeling the way you were before. It's hard not to slip back into the old ways because we've got all these memories and thoughts and beliefs. So that's why a fresh start with someone new after learning and reflecting on everything you learned is very important. So that's what's coming in, Debbie. And the person that's coming, it's totally worth it moving forward because it's going to be so much more and so different than you've ever had before. So have hope, keep hope for the newness, not reunion, though. All right. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. And then let's see, I've got three more. So, Asuna-san, hello, hello. You'd like to ask if you approach Duio, will he like you back? All right, Lynn, thank you. He's busy and cold. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I see here. Here's the 5 of cups, which is, they've got a lot of focusing on their lower vibrational energies going on here. So that's where the coldness comes in. They've got a lot of pain that they rehearse and nurse and keep going. Their focus isn't on the past, the pains, the disappointments, not on the possibilities of love behind them. And the Justice card is a lot of balancing of their fears with their, with the higher truths and capital T truths. But I just feel like with all of this, there's a lot of, they have this viewpoint of the world is so unjust. And this is the energy I feel with this is they really, it makes sense with this. They're busy and cold because they try to keep busy so they don't think about things, but they feel the world is very unjust. And they're like, look, all the stuff that's happened to me, to me, to me, to me. They get a lot, they're saying, normally V is for victory. This is V is for victim. They have a big victim mentality that they've really gleaned a lot of attention from. And it's like their ego doesn't want to give it up. And so they don't. And they're really focused in on those things. Um, so, do you like strays? Do you pick up animals that are injured? I feel like some of this attraction that you have for them is because you see them as someone that needs rescuing, and you have a superhero within you that loves to rescue. That's why I like it. You like rescuing, stray animals and all that. It's like, yeah, I don't feel like they're going to. They make it about them and about what's going on with them, and I feel like they don't like themselves. They don't have love for themselves, so they can't love others until they find it for themselves. So I would let that project go, and you know, and focus on your heart and yourself. All this love and attention you want to give it to yourself first, and release release these limiting beliefs, these limiting thoughts and limiting emotions that have were given to you and handed to you because you're like, I don't want to be a victim. I don't like that. I want to let this fall away because it's really you're the hero that you're the victim inside of you is wanting. So be that hero and then save yourself. And then you'll fill up and you'll change the type of individual that you're attracted to and that you attract. I know that's exactly I'm resonating with this a lot because I used to have that. You know, I loved a what is it called when you buy a house that's needs to be worked on? It's like a fixer upper. I loved fixer uppers. And I'd be like, "Oh, I can change them and make them all better," and they did not wanna be better because they enjoyed their victimhood, and no matter how hard I tried, I could not get them to change and not be a victim. It's because they were reflecting back to me the victim I had within me, and once I realized that and I saved my victim, then I stopped feeling attracted to those individuals, and I stopped attracting them to. So that's what they have for you, Asuna. So hang in there. All right. So second to the last, we've got B, Sai, Supraha. Hello, hello. So when will Chandra contact you in your no contact situation here? Let's take a look here. Well, we've got this Nine of Pentacles, which is about independence and standing true to yourself, and there's this transformation that happens with you here about finding your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. You've got this light shining on you with the sun, with this Leo energy that has to do here with diving deep and understanding some things about your worth in relationship to your childhood, your inner child, with this combination. I don't feel like they are going to contact you, and I know, we wish that they would, right? But it's happening on purpose because all of this is unfolded purposely for you to have this alone time to find your worth and find your independence and find out what's going on here in your subconscious, what's going on here with the inner child. It's a super time of reflection upon your worth because there are some things that you've been taught to define your worth by in the outside world, and this is what purposely your spiritual entourage, all of your support and your higher self want to look at and be freed from. And Chandra would only be a distraction from that. They showed you in the mirror what you are wanting to see about yourself. And so it's time for you to take that step back, look into that mirror, and find out what is it that this relationship was trying to tell me about me. What did I want to learn through this? Um, and I feel on the other side of that, you'll realize I'm not as attracted and needing them as I thought I was. This was a reflection of what I was trying to find within myself. What I thought I need in them, I need to find in myself. So I feel like that's what's coming in right now. So hang in there. I know those are tough situations, but that is what they have for you right now. So hang in there, and many blessings to you. All right. And then the final reading we have here, and hopefully I didn't miss anybody as I was going through the list. Um, but I shall be back next Friday for the free readings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Information in the description box of the video also has my pick a cards, my Moon Day Mondays, my Take 10 with Zen Tuesdays. And don't forget to sign up for the monthly giveaway as well. That's listed in there. And let's see what else. Also, I have 50% off my personal reading. So if you want a reading between now and Friday, I do have personal recorded readings at half off, like a 15-minute reading is $5. Half hour is like $10, I believe. All that information's in the description box of the video, though, if you're interested. Also, half off my Wish Upon a Star Astro readings and my Hedges of Peace and Love. So, again, if you want to peruse the description box of the video, a lot of helpful information there. All right, so on to our last reading for this session. And we've got Syad Info Pack. So, hey, Syad. So, what is your future with your current government job in the department called, is that PESI? Or should you go for some other personal business or freelancing? You want to earn wealth with freedom. I know you're not alone, right? We all wish. Hopefully, I'll win Powerball and be a billionaire soon. I'm just kidding. Let's take a look here. So you do have this switching of ideas. So I really feel here with the Knight of Swords, it's about this quest of looking at things from a different perspective, new ideas, clarity coming in here. So this would be about a personal business or freelancing because this is movement of thought and idea and mindset. And you've got the Ten of Pentacles, which means there is this abundance, there is this fullness that can come from it too. So it's all about looking at different ideas, different ways of looking at things, and look for these fresh perspectives to come in. There's also an underlying message here about looking at your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets and fears around abundance and what does abundance mean, right? Because the Ace of Swords here allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, seeing things from a place of unconditional love, which allows you also with that double edged sword to cut away the thoughts and the beliefs and the mindsets around abundance that are rooted in fear, fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of losing conditional love. And it allows you to look at what does feeling full and whole and complete abundance, what does that mean and how can that be different too? So I like it, and that's what they have here for you. So thank you for all of your patience as I did get to these free readings today. Can't believe it was over 2 hours. That went by fast. But thank you guys again for all the love, all the support. And please know, as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, much love to you. You hang in there, enjoy the rest of your night or day, wherever you're out in the world, and we'll see you soon. Till then, take care.